good morning. You surprised to see me? I know, it's Sunday, February 24th, and I thought, I have to stay on track. I did really well yesterday, and I want to stay on that path again today. And I am tracking. I'm going to track my breakfast. I'm going to have fruit for my breakfast today because I'm going to have vegetables tomorrow. And I think we're going to have meatloaf for dinner. And I'm going to make some scalloped potatoes, which are going to be high in points, so I don't want to use too many points at breakfast. I think I have to look at my tracker and then I think the last time I made them, I think I figured out a cup of them was 8 points, which is high, but I make a really good scalloped potato. Not to brag. See, and I didn't even break my arm doing it. But I make a terrible meatloaf. So whenever we have meatloaf, Jim always makes the meatloaf because he makes an excellent meatloaf. And I always make the scalloped potatoes. And I think I'm going to have a half of an acorn squash. And that should be pretty filling for me. I'll probably have iced tea with it. And I'm going to stay on track today. I really am. I'm just getting ready to go to church. I thought I'd do this not in the car. I'd do it right here before I went because I got up a little bit earlier today, so I was able to have a little bit of time. The time to spend some time with you. It's so nice to have this time together. What show is that from? I don't remember the rest of the words, but you know what show it is. Well, you should know, but if not, I'll let you know tomorrow. If nobody's answered in the comments, look, check out my comments below. I'm sure somebody will know. But other than that, I'm going to stay on track. I'm going to take the advice of someone. They told me instead of looking for my pictures of when I was really, really heavy, I should look at pictures when I was a lot smaller. So I'm going to dig out my book, my photo album, and unfortunately I don't think I took that many. Well, you know what? The problem was I took pictures with my kids all the time. I always took pictures with my kids. And when they got married, I always had a separate book for them. And it was their book. And it was pictures of them. And if I thought that it would be something that I want to put in the other one's books, I made copies of it so that they have pictures of themselves with me, with Jim, with my mother, with my father, you know, like at different events, with their brothers and their sister, with their, you know, brother and sister or whatever. And Christy's got 2 brothers, no sisters. And when they left home, I gave them their books. So any pictures of me are in the books that went out of the house. So there's just a few pictures of me in the house here because, like I said, I've given most of them away. And I didn't have pictures, too many pictures of myself growing up. Very few. I have a lot when I was a baby, and I don't know how that happened. My mother must have, when our house burned down, my mother must have grabbed the baby album because it's the only thing I can think of. Because I have pictures of me when I was a baby, but I have very few pictures of me when I was growing up because we lost so much in the fire when our house burnt down. And so I have just maybe 1 or 2 pictures of myself. Not very many. Of like, up until 2 I have like my baby book, and then after that I don't have hardly any pictures. I think I have a first communion picture. I'd have to look for it, but I'm not really sure that I do. And then I don't have any more pictures until probably I was in high school because my mother took home movies. She didn't take pictures. Yeah, she had that big old bright light that, you know, like your eyes would water and you'd be like scratching your eyes and that because it was so bright. And so we have home movies, but I don't have very many pictures. And then I have some pictures when Jim and I started dating that, you know, I took pictures then. So those, from that point on, my life started, I guess, as far as picture taking goes. So I don't have a lot of pictures. Did you get the point of that? That I don't have a lot of pictures? My kids have pictures of me, but no. And it was just a spur-of-the-moment thing today that I decided I was going to do. So I'll share the pictures with you, and they're probably still going to be in the album. And unfortunately, because they're so old, they're going to start turning yellow. But I do have this picture. Let me show you this one. I have this one that I kept of my kids and my mother. This was, I was probably, I don't know if there's a year on it. I'm trying to think, that's my mother's old house before she moved in with me. So I got to be like around in my 30s maybe. Let's see. And then obviously with my kids, Danny, Christy, Jimmy, Tubby. that was I probably was that was in 2006. That was just before we moved here. And that was just before I had my knee surgery, because I had my knee surgery once we moved in here. So that was, I was trying to lose weight to have the knee surgery. But like I said, my weight goes like, but now my weight's going to go like this, and that's the way I want it to stay until I get to my leveling off. So let's go. I'm going to be late for church. That's not acceptable. I don't like when people wander in late, and I don't want to be one of those wandering in late people. I know that's not. I always like to get there early enough because I like to sit on the end. I don't know. I just kind of feel all claustrophobic when I'm in the middle. I'll sit in the middle if I get there late enough. But I mean, if I get there on time. So I always get annoyed when people come in at the last minute and then they expect you to move over because they want to sit on the end. I know it's not very Christian-like, but I always think, you know, I got here early because this is where I wanted to sit. If you wanted to sit on the end, you should have got here a little earlier too. And there's a lot of pews. There's a lot of places that you could have gotten. Even before I go to church, I'm thinking bad thoughts. That is not good. Just not good. I'm going to have to say some extra prayers. But also, I wanted you to say a prayer for Vicky. Her husband's going to have hip surgery on Tuesday, I think she said. So I'm going to say some extra prayers for her. And always, I pray for all of you guys when I'm in church. So, okay, I got distracted. Someone was pulling in my driveway, but they're just turning around. Okay, talk to you guys at, well, no, I'll show you the pictures. When I get home from church, I'll film the pictures, and then I'll show you my breakfast, and then we'll go on from there. Okay, somebody suggested I should look back at pictures when I was thinner. I couldn't get any thinner than this. This is when I was about, I'd have to say I was 10. Obviously, that's me there. That's my sister Sue. It's my brother Michael. It's my sister Mary. My brother Pat. Let's see if I get the shine. There's my brother Pat. And that's his friend Greg, who lived down the street. But this is when I was at my thinnest. I probably weighed, I'm going to say I probably weighed about 145 pounds. Maybe 150. And see, you could see me in my pajamas. I used to have really long hair. I always hated it, but Jim liked long hair. And there I am. I think I'm 17 right there. And there's Jim and I. We're in love with Mary in the background. And here's a couple more. Here's Jim and I at our prom in 1968. There's just me laying. Look at, no butt. No buts about it. I never smoked. That's why Jim's laughing, because I said, I could smoke. I could smoke. No, I couldn't. And no, I don't drink. And I didn't need to read the book. Okay, I'm going to have fruit today and vegetables tomorrow. So here's my breakfast. I just got back from church and grocery shopping. So I started my day with a prayer. I drank 50 ounces of water. My quote is, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It's the courage to keep going that matters. 6-point breakfast, 0 for my egg, berries, banana, grapefruit, tea, and water. 2 points for my bacon. 1 point for my toast, and 3 points for my jelly. So it's 6 points. I still have 17 points left for my dinner. Okay, there's my dinner. Jim's world famous meatloaf. I figured it's 6 points for the meatloaf, 8 points for the potato, and 0 for the butternut squash, tea and water, 14 points. Still have 3 in case I'm wrong with my calculations. And actually I could go another 5, so I'm really 8. So I think I'm pretty safe. There's the master cook. Well, I'm so glad I decided to track today, because I feel so much better about myself, and I have the whole week to just stay on track and not think that I'm playing catch up, because I think I did pretty well. What else was I going to say? Oh, we got really high winds. But so far, as you can see, I still have electricity, but a lot of areas have already lost their power. I have no plans for tomorrow, or any plans. But, you know, you never know. The day's early. It'll start off. I have to go to the post office tomorrow because I have to mail something out. And I'll check and see if I got any more mail. I don't think I do, but while I'm there, I'll check. And just stay on track for the rest of the week. Lent's a week from Wednesday. And I'm going to be very good. I'm going to be good this Lent. So give this video a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and share. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow.